Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, truly wondered, what lies behind your eyes? Is it just a collection of memories and experiences, or something more? Something that defines the very essence of who you are? Now imagine if that essence, your consciousness, could be preserved forever. Not in a dusty old book or a fading photograph, but in a vibrant digital world where you could live on long after your physical body is gone. It sounds like something out of a movie, doesn't it? But what if I told you that this is a future that some of the brightest minds on our planet are actively trying to build? A future where death might not be the end, but a new beginning. But with this tantalizing promise comes a question that cuts to the very core of our existence. Would that digital echo truly be you? And what would it mean for the rest of us? Today, we're not just talking about technology. We're talking about the future of humanity itself. And trust me, the answers are more complex, more personal, and more profound than you can ever imagine. For as long as we have walked this earth, the shadow of mortality has loomed large. It's a fear that whispers in our quietest moments, a universal truth that binds us all. From the earliest cave paintings depicting rituals for the afterlife, to the grand pyramids built as eternal resting places, humanity has desperately sought to defy death. So, think of the ancient Egyptians who meticulously mummified their pharaohs, believing they could carry their essence into the next world. Or, the Greek myths of ambrosia and nectar, granting immortality to the gods. This isn't just history, it's a primal yearning embedded deep within our collective soul. Even today, this ancient quest continues, albeit with a modern twist. We pour billions into medical research, fighting diseases, extending lifespans. The global anti-aging market, for instance, is projected to reach over $600 billion by 2026, a staggering figure that really reflects our unwavering desire to cling to life. We embrace cryonics, freezing bodies in the hope of future revival, and explore gene editing, attempting to rewrite the very code of our existence. Why? Because the thought of fading away, of our story's ending, is a profound and often terrifying prospect. It's this deep-seated fear, this inherent human drive to persist, that pushes us to explore every avenue, every possibility, no matter how audacious. But what if the path to forever isn't through our fragile bodies, but through the boundless expanse of the digital realm? This brings us to the concept that truly stirs the soul: digital consciousness. What does it truly mean to upload your mind? To take every memory, every laugh, every tear, every single thought that makes you you, and transfer it into a machine? Is it simply copying data, like moving files from one hard drive to another? Or is it something far more profound, a true transference of your very essence? This isn't a simple question, and it touches on the deepest philosophical debates about identity. A 2020 survey by Statista revealed a fascinating divide. Only 36% of respondents believed that a digital copy of their mind would truly be them. Think about that. Nearly two-thirds of people felt that something fundamental would be lost, that the digital you wouldn't quite be the same. Our current AI capabilities, while breathtaking in their complexity, are still light years away from replicating the intricate dance of human consciousness. Your brain, a universe within itself, contains approximately 86 billion neurons, each firing and connecting in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend. Can we truly simulate subjective experience? The warmth of a sunrise, the sting of a betrayal, the pure joy of a child's laughter, in lines of code? Many neuroscientists and philosophers like Dr. Christoph Koch, a leading figure in consciousness research, suggest that consciousness might be an emergent property, something that arises from the unique biological architecture of our brains, not just a sum of its parts. It's like trying to understand the taste of your favorite meal by only reading its recipe. You might know every ingredient, every step, but you still won't experience the flavor, the aroma, the feeling of satisfaction. The challenge isn't just about processing power. It's about understanding the fundamental nature of consciousness itself, a mystery that has puzzled humanity for millennia. If you're finding yourself leaning forward, captivated by these possibilities, then go ahead and hit that like button. It's a small gesture, but it tells us that these profound questions resonate with you, and it helps us continue to explore the mysteries that truly matter. Despite the immense complexities, the seeds of a digital afterlife are already being sown by the relentless march of AI. Artificial intelligence, once a distant dream, is now making strides that were once unimaginable. Think about the rapid advancements in natural language processing, where AI can now generate text that is virtually indistinguishable from human writing, crafting stories, poems, and even conversations that feel eerily real. Or, consider the incredible progress in computer vision, allowing machines to see and interpret the world around them with increasing accuracy, recognizing faces, objects, and even emotions. These aren't just isolated breakthroughs, they are building blocks towards something truly transformative. Brain-computer interfaces, once the stuff of science fiction, are now a tangible reality. Companies like Neuralink are developing devices that can directly connect the human brain to computers, offering a glimpse into a future where our thoughts might seamlessly interact with digital systems, where a single thought could control a complex machine. Advanced neural networks are becoming increasingly sophisticated, capable of generating human-like text, images, and even music that can stir the soul. Imagine an AI that learns your personality, your mannerisms, your unique way of speaking, the subtle inflections of your voice, the way you tell a story. This isn't just about chatbots, it's about creating digital avatars, AI-driven simulations of deceased individuals. The idea is both comforting and, well, unsettling. A 2020 study published in the journal Nature Neuroscience demonstrated the ability to decode brain activity into speech with remarkable accuracy, hinting at a future where our inner thoughts could be externalized, where unspoken words could, become audible. A 2022 survey by the AI Ethics Institute found that while 45% of people were interested in the concept of a digital afterlife for loved ones, a significant 60% expressed concerns about the ethical implications, particularly regarding identity and consent. If an AI perfectly mimics a deceased person, is it truly them? What rights would this digital copy have? Could it be exploited, manipulated, or even erased? These are not distant philosophical debates, they are urgent questions that will soon demand answers. The line between simulation and sentience blurs, and with it, our understanding of what it means to exist, to love, and honestly, to grieve. So, when will this extraordinary future, this digital immortality, truly arrive? The ultimate aspiration in this quest is often referred to as whole brain emulation. The audacious idea of meticulously scanning a human brain and then perfectly recreating its every functional state within the vast architecture of a computer. While incredible strides have been made in mapping neural connections, the sheer, mind-boggling scale of the human brain presents an almost insurmountable challenge. Imagine trying to map every single star in the observable universe, and then understanding every interaction between them. That's the kind of complexity we're talking about. The Human Connectome project, a monumental undertaking, aims to map the neural pathways of the human brain, but even with the most advanced technology at our disposal, a complete high-resolution map that captures every nuance is still decades, if not centuries away. Some futurists, with a glint of optimism in their eyes like Ray Kurzweil, have boldly predicted that digital immortality could become a reality by the middle of the 21st century, maybe as early as 2045. Yet many others approach this timeline with a healthy dose of caution, suggesting it could be centuries, or perhaps a dream that forever remains just beyond our grasp. Beyond the staggering technical hurdles, there are profound, deeply personal questions that demand our attention. What would it truly mean to exist in a digital realm? Would we lose our visceral connection to the physical world, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the scent of rain on dry earth, the comforting embrace of a loved one? Would emotions, those raw, powerful forces that define our humanity, feel the same without a biological body to experience them? A digital existence might promise liberation from disease, from the relentless march of aging, from the limitations of our physical form. But at what cost? Would we truly be living or merely existing as an echo, a collection of data points in an endless void? These are not just intellectual puzzles, they are questions that touch the very core of our being. The implications of digital immortality stretch far beyond the individual, reaching into the very fabric of our societies, cultures, and economies. Imagine a world where death is no longer an inevitable end, but a choice. How would such a profound shift reshape our values? Would we still cherish each fleeting moment, each precious connection if time stretched out before us endlessly? Would innovation, that relentless engine of human progress, slow down if the urgency of limited time was removed? And then there's the chilling prospect of a digital divide. If digital immortality becomes a reality, who will have access to it? Will it be a luxury reserved for the ultra-wealthy, creating an even more profound chasm between the immortals and the mortals? A 2023 report by the World Economic Forum highlighted the ethical challenges of emerging technologies, specifically warning about their potential to exacerbate existing inequalities. This isn't just about technology, it's about power, access, and the fundamental human right to a dignified existence. And what about the profound existential questions that would inevitably arise? If our consciousness can be uploaded, if our very essence can exist outside our biological form, what then is the purpose of our biological existence? What does it truly mean to be human in an age where, immortality is within reach? These are not easy questions, and there are no simple answers. But as we stand on the precipice of this new frontier, gazing into a future that is both dazzling and daunting, it is imperative that we begin to grapple with them, not just as scientists or technologists, but as a global society with empathy, foresight, and a deep understanding of what it means to be human. So as we close this chapter on digital consciousness and the quest for immortality, we are left with a profound realization. The journey into the future of consciousness is not merely a scientific endeavor, it is a deeply human one. It forces us to confront our deepest fears, our most cherished hopes, and our fundamental understanding of what it means to live, to love, and to leave a legacy. Perhaps the most important question isn't whether we can achieve digital immortality, but whether we should, and how we ensure that such a future benefits all of humanity, not just a select few. If this exploration into the boundless possibilities of consciousness has sparked a fire within you, if it has made you ponder the profound implications for our shared future, then we urge you to share this video with those who share your thirst for understanding. Let's ignite a global conversation about these critical questions. And for more explorations into the life secrets and mysteries of the universe, subscribe to the channel, Universal Insights. We want to hear your thoughts. What does digital immortality mean to you? What are your hopes, your fears, your predictions? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep seeking the insights that shape our understanding of existence. Because the future of consciousness, and indeed the future of humanity, is a story we are all writing, collectively writing,